Destroy your old self. Wake up now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions are perfect. Now, today, this very moment. The old you needs to die. The person you've been, the habits you've maintained, the beliefs you've held, the patterns you've repeated. All of it needs to be destroyed, completely, totally, without mercy. Because that old self, that old version of you, it's keeping you trapped, it's holding you back, it's preventing you from becoming who you're meant to be. You can't carry the old you into the new life you're trying to build. You can't transform while clinging to who you've been. You can't become someone new while protecting the old identity. So you destroy it, you kill it, you burn it down completely. And you wake up. You become conscious. You open your eyes to the reality of who you've been and the possibility of who you can become. This isn't gentle evolution. This isn't slow improvement. This isn't gradual change. This is violent transformation. This is total destruction and complete rebuilding. This is the death of one person and the birth of another. Let me tell you exactly why the old you needs to be destroyed. First, because the old you created the life you currently have. Look around. Look at your life right now. Your circumstances, your results, your reality. This is what the old you created, with the old beliefs, the old habits, the old actions, the old identity. If you're happy with where you are, if you're satisfied with your results, if you're content with your life, then fine, keep being who you've been. But if you're not happy, if you're not satisfied, if you want something different, then you need to face a hard truth. The old you is incapable of creating the life you want. The old you has already proven that. The results are in, the verdict is clear. The old you tried. The old you did their best, but their best wasn't good enough. Their methods didn't work. Their approach didn't create what you want. So the old you needs to die, not because they were bad, not because they were worthless, but because they're incapable of taking you where you want to go. You need a new you, a different you, a you that's capable of creating different results. And the only way to build that new you is to completely destroy the old you. Second, because the old you is comfortable with mediocrity. The old you has settled, made peace with average, accepted less than you're capable of. The old you has excuses, reasons why you can't, explanations for why things are the way they are, justifications for staying small. The old you is comfortable, in the routine, in the familiar, in the safe. And that comfort is a cage, that familiarity is a prison, that safety is a slow death. The new you, the you that you need to become, cannot coexist with that comfort, cannot tolerate that mediocrity, cannot accept that settling. So the old you needs to be destroyed. The comfortable patterns need to be shattered. The safe routines need to be disrupted. The familiar needs to become unacceptable. You need to wake up from the comfortable sleep you've been in. Open your eyes to the mediocrity you've been accepting and refuse to tolerate it for one more day. Third, because the old you is built on limiting beliefs. Your old self operates from a set of beliefs that were programmed into you by your environment, by your experiences, by the people around you. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. People like me don't succeed at that. I'm too old, young, inexperienced. That's not who I am. These beliefs are chains. They're keeping you locked in the old identity. They're preventing the new you from emerging. The new you doesn't have these beliefs. The new you operates from a completely different set of assumptions about what's possible, what you're capable of, who you can become. But you can't just add new beliefs on top of old beliefs. That doesn't work. The old beliefs will always pull you back. You have to destroy the old beliefs completely, burn them down, replace them entirely with new beliefs that serve the person you're becoming. Fourth, Because the old you has relationships and environments that reinforce who you've been. The people in your life know you as the old you. They expect the old you. They're comfortable with the old you. When you try to change, they'll pull you back. Not necessarily because they're bad people, but because change makes them uncomfortable. Your environment is set up for the old you. Your routines, your spaces, your habits, everything is optimized for maintaining who you've been. So when you try to become someone new while staying in the same relationships and environments, you're fighting an uphill battle. The old you needs to be destroyed, and sometimes that means destroying the relationships that reinforced the old you, leaving the environments that maintained the old you, breaking the patterns that kept the old you alive. This is painful. This is uncomfortable. It feels like losing parts of yourself. But it's not loss, it's liberation. It's freedom from the chains that were holding you back. Fifth, because the old you is already dead and you just haven't buried it yet. Here's the truth. The moment you decided you wanted to change, the old you died. The moment you acknowledged that you're not satisfied with who you've been, the old you stopped being viable. The moment you set goals that the old you can't achieve, the old you became irrelevant. But you've been trying to keep the old you on life support, trying to maintain the old identity while building a new one, trying to change without really changing. And that doesn't work.
You can't be two people at once. You can't live in both identities simultaneously. The old you is already dead. You just need to accept it, acknowledge it, bury it, and fully step into the new you. Now, let me tell you exactly how to destroy your old self and wake up. Step 1. Acknowledge who you've been. You can't destroy what you won't acknowledge. You can't kill what you won't name. So you sit down and you get brutally honest about who you've been, not who you wanted to be, not who you pretended to be, who you actually were. Write it down, all of it. The habits that destroyed you, the beliefs that limited you, the patterns that kept you stuck, the excuses you made, the promises you broke, all of it. No sugarcoating, no justification, just raw honesty about who you've been. This is uncomfortable. This will hurt. You'll want to avoid it. Don't. This acknowledgement is necessary. You need to see clearly who needs to be destroyed before you can destroy them. Step 2. Declare the old you dead. After you've acknowledged who you've been, you make a declaration, out loud, to yourself, in the mirror if possible. That person is dead. I'm no longer that person. I'm done being that version of me. This isn't metaphorical. This isn't symbolic. This is real. You're declaring the death of an identity. You're severing the connection to who you've been. You're refusing to carry that person into your future. Make this declaration with conviction, with finality, with certainty. The old you died today, this moment, right now. Step 3. Destroy the evidence. You can't keep relics of the old you around and expect to move forward. You need to destroy the evidence of who you've been. Delete the apps that supported the old habits. Throw away the clothes that represented the old you. Remove the photos that remind you of who you were. Clear out your phone, your social media, your physical space, everything that connects you to the old identity. This feels dramatic. It feels extreme. It feels unnecessary. It's not. This physical destruction reinforces the psychological destruction. It makes the change real and irreversible. Step 4. Cut the ties. Some relationships need to end, not because the people are bad, but because they're tied to the old you. The friends who only knew the old you, the people who reinforced the old habits, the relationships that kept you small. You create distance. You let them go. You move on. This is painful. This feels like betrayal. This makes you feel guilty. But your transformation is more important than their comfort. Your future is more important than their familiarity with your past. Cut the ties. Clean, complete, final. Step 5. Build the new you immediately. The moment you destroy the old you, you start building the new you. There's no gap, no transition period, no waiting. You immediately adopt the habits of the new you, the beliefs of the new you, the actions of the new you. Who is the new you? What do they do every morning? How do they talk to themselves? What standards do they have? What do they refuse to tolerate? You become that person immediately, today, right now. Not tomorrow, not gradually, right now. Step 6. Document the death and rebirth. You write down today's date. You write, "This is the day the old me died and the new me was born." You describe who died, who was born, what changed, what was destroyed, what was created. You keep this document. You return to it when you're tempted to go back, when the old patterns try to reassert themselves, when comfort calls you back to who you were. You remind yourself, that person is dead. I'm someone new now. Step 7. Protect the new you ruthlessly. The old you will try to come back. Old habits will resurface. Old beliefs will whisper. Old patterns will tempt. But you protect the new you ruthlessly, without compromise. When old habits appear, you kill them immediately. When old beliefs whisper, you silence them with truth. When old patterns tempt, you choose the new way. You don't negotiate. You don't consider going back. You don't just this once return to the old ways. The old you is dead, and dead things stay dead. Now let me tell you what happens when you actually do this. The first week is disorienting. You don't quite know who you are anymore. The old you is gone, but the new you feels unfamiliar. You'll question whether you made the right choice. You'll be tempted to go back. You'll miss the comfort of who you were. Don't go back. Push through. This disorientation is necessary. This is the space between death and full rebirth. The second week, the new you starts feeling more real. The new habits start to stick. The new beliefs start to take root. The new identity starts to solidify. By month 3, you can't imagine going back. The old you feels like a stranger. The new you feels like who you've always been meant to be. By month 3, you're unrecognizable to others, to yourself. The transformation is complete. You destroyed the old you. You woke up. You became someone new. And the life you're building now, it's only possible because you were willing to kill who you were to become who you needed to be. So here's your assignment. Today, right now, this moment, make the decision. The old you dies today. You're waking up today. Acknowledge who you've been. Declare them dead. Destroy the evidence. Cut the ties. Build the new you. Document it. Protect it. No waiting, no preparing, no gradual transition. Total destruction, complete rebirth, immediate transformation. The old you has already lived their life. They created what they could create. They went as far as they could go. Now it's time for them to die so the new you can live. Destroy your old self. Wake up now. Your new life is waiting, but it requires a new you to live it. Kill the old, birth the new, starting right now. This is your wake-up call. Don't hit snooze.